Hello everyone, this is a full moon reading. Welcome back to my page, you guys. This is the client reading. For those of you that would like a client reading, I have 25% off sale until the end of October, and please stay tuned for giveaways as well. If you really can't afford it, always donate, you guys, whether that's to me or other corporations. What else do I have to tell you guys? Please water your life and always check out your astrologers. And always also check out announcements on my page. Okay, so this is a full moon reading, like I told you guys before, and also know that all readings are confidential. Now I'm gonna get started. I'm going to pull let me see how many cards. I'm gonna pull 3 cards, okay? And then I'm gonna give you 3 cards from each deck. So let me just shuffle the deck and I'll give you the reading in a second. I hope you're having a fantastic day, my dear, wherever you are, darling. Okay, so I ended up pulling 4. And then I'm going to pull an oracle card as usual. Okay, so due to the question that you asked me, this is the actual problem. So sorry about that. So this is the actual problem of what's going on in the situation. Now, because this is a full moon reading, even though you have a specific question, I'm going to connect it to the full moon. So during the time of this month of August, there's a new moon coming up, in which I feel like you guys are going to feel the negativity, and it'll be heightened a little bit more than what you are already experiencing regarding this specific situation. Now, next month, the moon after the new moon is going to be the full moon, but it'll hit in the month of September. And what this card is telling me is, first of all, this is the 6 of Swords, is that there will be communication from a distance. And the problem is not so much that the selling or the buying or the giving. It is how words are being exchanged or interchanged within the group of people that would like to purchase the property. They have a set plan that will not be mentioned to you guys. I'm not quite sure if I mentioned this in my DM via Instagram, but due to this backpack right here and them moving forward with their plans and all of their plans, you guys have to follow the backpack, and the backpack has all the information that you guys need. For example, you guys need to know the reasons above and beyond as to why they are trying to purchase the property, which we already know. They want to invest. They would like to do a different infrastructure. They would like to change the barn to something maybe a little bit more modern. When we see corporations come into our environment, that's usually what they want. That's usually what they're asking for. However, specifically, I feel like these businessmen and these people understand Masonic rites, and they understand rituals. They understand principles differently, because they are builders, they are creators, not only in the physical realm but also in the spiritual realm, and they are baptized and initiated within that sector of spirituality, is what I'm trying to tell you. It's not that it's bad, but the plan and the goal that they have in mind, they usually 100% of the time always accomplish. Like, they are spectacular when it comes to creation, which I will start talking more about in my channel, because a lot of people make it seem like they are the worst, they're this, they're that, but in reality, they're not the bad guys. But in this case, for your situation, yes, they're the bad guys, because not only do they want to minimize nature, in this case, they want to minimize the function of nature, but they also want to put in something that's not going to benefit the entire community. The infrastructure that they want is not going to benefit all of you guys. At the end, would it turn out to be the outcome will be fantastic, great? Yes, we have the Two of Swords here, and with this deck, the Two of Swords means that you guys both will back each other up, because there is a secret third party. There is something else they're trying to prevent. When I hit my intuition, the first hit that I hit when I was responding to your DM on Instagram in regards to the situation. And I apologize because, again, I didn't see your original message via my Etsy. So I feel like, yes, they're trying to do it in infrastructure, and my original intuition hit, and I was like, oh, they're just trying to move you guys, which is not going to benefit you guys, because at the end of the road, you know what's going to happen? They're going to start to try to buy you guys all out, and taking other groups out. I know you mentioned, I don't know if it was in the DM or where you mentioned that these people, there's another party that wanted to purchase the land, but they wanted to purchase the land so that they can have spiritual connection to the land, which is the difference between these Masons. It's not that the other group are Masons, but they have a different goal in mind. I hope that you're understanding. So they have a different goal in mind, and these group of Masonic people want a physical construction, not a spiritual construction. And in the longer run, the physical construction is actually going to benefit you guys, is what the cards, I have to give you guys what the cards are saying to me. It's going to benefit you guys, because the spiritual construction was, yes, going to give you guys portals, but not everybody is ready to receive those portals. Not everybody is so spiritually heightened as you are, is what I'm seeing. And so that would have affected you more in the world of the unseen. Well, as far as the world of the seen, you're able to control more. You guys can move. You guys can always go back to the barn and visit the barn. I also feel like they're not trying to take the barn away, or they're not trying to get rid of the barn completely. What I feel like they're trying to do is do a different infrastructure, and then use the depiction of the barn as it is right now to create like some sort of like touristy environment where people can come in and check things out. It's not just residential. But again, because the other group is trying to go spiritual and they wanted to do a different infrastructure that was more spiritual, they were going to open doors to entities and spirits that are not actually welcome in the planet, and that their contracts have already expired, and they have a different agenda than those who are trying to protect humanity. So I feel like you guys should allow them to construct. However, pay attention to the contract. It'll be emotional for you guys, because you guys are very nature-based people, and you guys don't want too many outsiders, because you guys are a tidy community. It will be sometimes a little disheartening, because people will have to change not only their homes, but you guys will have to see people coming in and out that are not going to strike you the way that your community already knows each other. However, the people that are coming in spiritually, they need assistance. And this is where you guys actually win and actually get a physical infrastructure and also a spiritual infrastructure at the same time. Because the people that are coming in to check out the place, probably reside around the area and move within the community, are people that are spiritually lacking. And so therefore, with your teachings about nature and also bringing in new infrastructure, you guys can teach them, and in return build a bigger community and a better community for each other. Just make sure that the contract, you guys read between the lines of the contract, and if you guys need to make any changes, please do so. I know you guys don't want this to happen, but unfortunately, for the short run of things and the outlook of things, I feel like they're going to get their deal, because it doesn't only have to do with you guys, it also has to do with your government as well. So the government as stands, these masons or these connections, these construction companies, these incorporations, corporations, people, they already come with a set plan. They actually, I see, have already constructed the corporation or the name of the corporation that is there. They already incorporated that company. So the company is not just an idea, it's actually a business. They're just presenting it to you now to see where you guys can change the contract, but it's already a business. So it's already constructed per se, even though it's not physically constructed, but on paper it's constructed. And that's one of the things that a lot of people miss when it comes to Masonic rituals, and where a lot of these companies that have Masonic leaders, because it's already written down on paper as a spell, like a spell. So when you guys write your spells, your affirmations, you're creating it already. It is already done. That's why at the end of the spell you should say, it is done, or it is already done. Because it literally is already done. Now you just have to take action and create it in the physical realm, as opposed to on a piece of paper that's vibrating off of the frequency that you're putting into the piece of paper using your hands. Now, your oracle card is, your oracle card is fill up your well, retreat, rest, refuel. So the community groups that you guys are forming, the community leadership that you guys are forming, the community communication meetings that you guys are forming are fantastic. Just make sure that before each meeting you guys are giving yourself spiritual communication. If you guys can chant or do prayer or get in a circle before doing the community meetings, and realize the bigger picture and what's actually happening, that it's not just a physical change, it is also a spiritual change, and it will give you guys even a bigger leg up in the long run when it comes to sticking people within a certain amount of frequency, because the world is changing. Like the physical world is ascending, the solar system is ascending, and so when you have opportunities like these, you guys, you should take it, even though these opportunities are coming within the most unfortunate situations, the most unwanted situations. I also do feel like you guys should drink a lot of water and be connected to a lot of water, and no matter what happens, they're not going to kill off your community. They're just changing the infrastructure. I know you guys are very spiritually heightened, and you love Mother Earth, and the other group was going to, in a sense, do more work that you guys were going to be a little bit more connected to. However, these unseen entities were going to cause a lot of imbalances within the nature that you so much love and want to protect. So unfortunately, I don't know if this is the answer that a lot of you guys would like to hear. However, this I have to give you guys the messages, otherwise I will be stuck with anxiety. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I wish you the best of luck when it comes to your meeting and your conference, and please remember to water your life. Not everything is lost. Persevere. Perseverance is key. Group together and make sure that you reread those contracts. I cannot stress you guys that enough. Please reread those contracts. Review what they're not telling you. What they're not telling you is going to be the answer of whether or not you want to continue to fight till the end, because you can do that. Which I see here also. You guys can continue to fight until the end, but in the end, they're going to get their proposal. They're going to get their outcome, because the business is already constructed. They already have the corporate kit constructed for the new infrastructure. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reading again, and I will see you guys in the next reading. And happy full moon to you. Bye.